fans, we're through the first two rounds of the NCAA Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. We're now on to the Sweet 16. Games for the guys will be Thursday and Friday, while the women's Friday and Saturday. For the first time this year, we're going to do bracket breakdowns for both the men's and the women's. We're going to first start with the guys. 4 conferences remain represented. The Big Ten has 4 schools. There's 1 ACC school. The Big 12 has 4, and the SEC, the most programs, at 7. We take a look at the bracket here. This is the whole thing, all 64 teams. We're going to zoom in a little bit into the Sweet 16 so we can actually look at this one a little bit better. We're going to start in the South over here. Auburn and Michigan in a 1-5 matchup. The Wolverines did have some issues in the first round against UC San Diego. Auburn, for many, is a Final Four team, so I'm probably going to go with the Tigers in this one. The other Michigan school also in this region, Michigan State and Ole Miss in a 2-6 matchup. We could see Michigan State in the Elite 8 with this one. Michigan State and Ole Miss coming our way on the 28th from Atlanta, Georgia. The numbers in this one do favor Sparty, and I have all of the faith in the world in Michigan State's Tom Izzo-led squad in March. We're going to make our way into the West over here. Another Big Ten team, 4-seed Maryland and 1-seed Florida. Both teams had thrilling ends to the round of 32 games. Maryland beat Colorado State 72-71 on a buzzer beater from Derek Queen. And then the Gators just stuck by UConn 77-75. Florida handed the Huskies their first loss during the month of March over the past 3 years. Florida is a fantastic team on the glass and in transition. They're 3rd in the nation in scoring, and Maryland with the Crab 5. Fun group to watch. I think this game might be one of the best games in the tournament. The other game in this region from San Francisco, Texas Tech and Arkansas in a 3-10 matchup. John Calipari's Razorbacks, a 10-seed, taking on 3-seed Texas Tech. The Red Raiders finished 2nd in the Big 12 this year behind Houston. Arkansas has beat 2 Hall of Fame coaches in this NCAA tournament. Bill Self in the first round, then they handled Rick Pitino and St. John's in the second. We will move into the East. Duke and Arizona, 1-4, a classic March team there. Duke handled business the first 2 rounds, while Arizona beat Oregon only by 4 points in the last round. Wildcats are 11th in the country in a very close rebounds per game ranking, but Duke is top 5 in field goal percentage defense and top 10 in offensive field goal percentage. Arizona's good, but to me, Duke is better, and they also are my national championship pick. The other game in this region, BYU and Alabama, a 2-6 matchup. The Crimson Tide is the best rebounding team in the country. They pulled down nearly 43 a game, and they lead the country in scoring offense, averaging 90.8 points per game. BYU coming off that win, a thriller over the Badgers. Will that momentum carry them in? And rounding things out in the Midwest over here, the final Big Ten team, 4-seed Purdue and 1-seed Houston. Coming our way from Indianapolis, the Boilermakers beat McNeese in the round of 32, and Houston is coming off a win over my Zags, really heartbreaking. We just couldn't get it done, and Houston just has that it factor. Plus, the best scoring defense in the country. This game is in Indy, so Purdue fans have a quick road trip to attend this one. The final Sweet 16 game, an SEC battle, 2- and 3-seed border battle matchup, Tennessee and Kentucky. The Vols are top 10 in the country in scoring defense, while the Wildcats are top 10 in scoring offense. So this will be a nice stylistic battle. These teams met twice in the regular season. The Wildcats walked away with the wins both times. Here is one final look at the Sweet 16s. We can jump out a little bit further into the round of 32 to get more of an idea of where these roads came from. And then here is the full final overview of the entire tournament. We're going to jump into the women's bracket. Oh, it worked. Another exciting March for the gals. I love how they have the low seed, have the home court advantage for the first 2 rounds, on to Birmingham and Spokane. And it's Spokane, by the way. I went to college out there. They do get a little particular about it. 3 Big Ten teams still alive, including a pair of number 1 seeds. We're going to jump in. Here's the look at from the round of 32, and then we're going to get into the Sweet 16. Spokane won at least. 1 seed UCLA. And 5-seed Mississippi. Bruins are the number 1 team in the country and have the number 2 scorer in the Big Ten in Lauren Betts. She's amazing, 19.7 points per game on 64.3% shooting and 9.7 boards. Also in SPO, we have an ACC and SEC matchup here. NC State and LSU 2 and 3. The Tigers are 4th in the country in scoring. Anisha Morrow leads the country in boards with 13.5. And I just love the LSU roster. They just have amazing women wearing the purple and gold. In the other Spokane region, another 1-seed Big Ten team taking on 5-seed K-State, and heartbreaking news for not just USC fans, but for basketball fans as a whole. Star guard Judy Watkins tore her ACL on Monday night in their win over Mississippi State, so she's done for the year and will undergo knee surgery. Absolutely awful, heartbreaking news. Wishing her, of course, a speedy recovery. She leads the team in scoring at 23.9 points per game and was this year's Big Ten Player of the Year. Also in this region, in Spokane, talk about a fantastic loaded region here with personalities, because we got UConn and Oklahoma. That is the wrong logo. That's OSU. UConn, there UConn go. They're flattening teams in this tournament, demolishing 15-seed Arkansas State 103-35 in the first round of this tournament. Good for the biggest win of the guys or the gals this year. They've got Paige Beckers, the number 9 scoring offense in the country, and the number 1 scoring defense. They're the only women's team to be top 10 in both. The other region for the women is in Birmingham. We're going to go with another Big Ten team. If we can get it open. Yep, South Carolina and 4-seed Maryland coming our way from Birmingham. The Gamecocks look to become the first back-to-back national champion since UConn ripped off 4 straight from 2013 to 2016. The other game, this is just great. You have to love March when you see a Tobacco Road matchup. 2 and 3 Duke and North Carolina. Blue Devils beat NC State in the ACC championship. Anytime these teams meet, any sport, either gender, it's going to be fantastic. The other Birmingham region down here, see a battle of the UT Orange schools, Longhorns and the Volunteers, in a 1 and 5 matchup coming our way on the 29th. The Vols are the best scoring team in the country, averaging 87.5 points per game, while Tennessee and Texas put up 100+ points in their opening round games. And finally, our last matchup down here, Notre Dame and TCU, in a 2 and 3 matchup, also on the 29th. The Horned Frogs are making their first Sweet 16 appearance, and they match up with high-powered Irish offense. Notre Dame averages 85.1 points per game, which is good for 6th nationally, and they have one of the best scorers in Hannah Hidalgo. She's 3rd in the nation with 24.1 points per game. Here is the final look at Sweet 16. We're going to jump back out to the round of 32 here for the women, and then finally back to the entire women's tournament. Duke, Maryland, and Tennessee are the 3 schools who have both women's and men's teams still alive in the Sweet 16. Like I said at the beginning, men's Sweet 16 games are Thursday and Friday. Women's are Friday and Saturday. Fill out your brackets for the extended pools and enjoy your games.